you're over 50 and thinking about divorce, you are not alone. Gray divorce, as it's called, is rising fast in Illinois. And while the process is technically the same, the impact is much different. My name is Jeff Hughes, and I'm the lead attorney at Sterling Lawyers. And in this video, we'll walk you through what makes gray divorce unique and what you need to know before you take the first step. Gray divorce is a whole different ballgame. And at first glance, it could seem like any other divorce. Same paperwork, same waiting periods, same court system. But when you're in your 50s, 60s, and 70s, everything you're splitting and everything you're planning for hits differently. You're not just dividing income, you are dividing a future. Instead of arguing over parenting time, you're figuring out who keeps the retirement accounts. And instead of budgeting for daycare, you're calculating Medicare gaps. And instead of starting over, you're redefining what your golden years might look like alone. We had a client once in her early 60s, and she thought it would be simple. No young kids, just split the house and be done. But it turned out that she had several retirement accounts in her name, and her husband hadn't worked outside the home in decades. So what she thought was going to be easy turned into a 9-month process of untangling decades of financial partnership. And also, the financial landscape looks very different. A gray divorce forces you to look at assets separately. Younger couples may have car loans, credit card debt, but in a gray divorce, retirement is often the center of the storm, and every choice could affect whether either of you can stay retired. You may have 401ks, IRAs, or pensions, real estate or rental properties, business ownership, Social Security, or spousal benefit questions. Each one of these comes with consequences, not just financially, but emotionally, because it's not just about the money, it's about what the money was for. Another case comes to mind where one of our clients was devastated when he realized that selling the vacation property that he had spent years building was the only way to split it fairly. The cabin wasn't just real estate, it was his legacy for his children. Now it was gone just like that. And also with a gray divorce, you may not have the time to bounce back and start over. If you're in your 30s, divorce can feel like a reset. In your 50s or 60s, it can feel like a major detour or even a derailment of your life's plans. Courts will look at income. They'll look at the disparity, health, and how long you've been married. If one spouse stayed home or earned less, there may be a long-term maintenance obligation even into retirement. And while younger folks have time to rebuild wealth, start over, and retrain, gray divorcing spouses don't always have that luxury. So, how do you think about your next steps? If you're navigating a gray divorce in Illinois, here's how to reframe your thinking. Focus on sustainability. What do you need to retire comfortably, not just what feels fair today? Plan for healthcare. Insurance gaps between divorce and Medicare eligibility can wipe out savings if you're not super careful. Revisit your estate plan, wills, beneficiaries, powers of attorney, update everything, even if the divorce isn't final yet. You are not just separating lives, you are redefining your future. Now, if you're facing divorce after 50, it's critical to understand the true cost financially and emotionally. So watch this video on the divorce cost and what you actually pay for. A clear look at what divorce really costs and where people often get blindsided.